Okay, so now we have the same code from before, doing the same function. If we look at guide now, what I want to show you is that there's a few things we can add. We can add toolbars that look like the other MATLAB GUIs that MATLAB gives us, and also other things that Windows gives us when we use their GUIs. Okay. So what I just want to add is a few little things like the zoom one, the zoom out, and the pan. Okay. So if we look here, this is where we choose what we want, and here are the properties. Okay. Now I'm not going to edit any of these because they're defined by default by MATLAB. Okay. So that's what it's going to look like, and so we click the OK button. Okay. So notice here now we have these nice little toolbars up top. So if I have a plot here, I can actually click the hand and I can pan across, okay? Just like in a MATLAB plot. Okay. Likewise, I can zoom out or zoom in. So if you wanted to look at a section in your graph, okay. So it's a simple thing, but it's small features like this that make some of the software that MATLAB puts out pretty good, and it's not too difficult to add it to your own GUIs. So I'd consider using some of these when you start to put together your assignment or things in the lab. They're not too difficult to do. And yeah, so it's a nice little touch. Okay. And yeah, so it's simple, but it's an effective option. And that's what I really wanted to mention in this video. There's other things as well. You can add a rotate, so if you had a 3D graph, and other things if you were dealing with data. Okay, so if you were exporting or importing data, you could use an open or a new or save or something, or you could even save the graph that you've generated to a file. Okay. So in summary, we have edit sliders, some button groups with the radio buttons. Okay. The principles are the same behind all of them in that we have the GUI. We set it up to look the way we want with a pre-thought out plan in mind. Okay, so you need to know what you want it to look like, and you need to know what you want the user to do in terms of interacting with data. And then basically we just use callbacks, which are a property of the objects, and we edit the callbacks so that whatever the changes that a user makes on the data, we take that change, we process it, and we edit the GUI accordingly, whether that's in the form of a plot, or you might have a text box, okay, with a list of numbers, or I've used tables in the past for some of my work. Okay, so the idea is that no matter how complicated your GUI is, you set it up the same, you look at the code, okay, and you're really only editing the callbacks, okay? And also if you want to get a bit more tricky, you can edit the initialization functions, okay? But the main thing to take home from all this work on GUIs is that the callbacks are where the bulk of the work is at, and definitely read this stuff to figure out what's going on, but do not edit any of this generated code, okay? Because the time I've been doing these, I've made a few mistakes by accidentally editing it, and it throws your whole plan out of order. Okay, so that's all I wanted to mention. Thanks for watching.